Good morning, Betsy.
Good morning.
I know you've done this already one time, but could you state your name and spell it for the record?
Elizabeth Blair. Elizabeth Blair.
Thank you. Betsy, how many questions did the prosecution ask you about the car you observed at the CPS building on February 13th when we were here earlier in this trial?
The prosecution did not ask.
Okay. We're gonna talk about that, the car you observed. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. First of all, before we get to that, let's kind of remind the jury. How many times and approximately what times did you go to the trail that day? Could you remind the jury of that information?
I went to the trail 2 times. The first time I walked for a while and I left for about a half hour, and then I came back and I walked again.
Okay. And then you came back a second time?
Right.
And then, do you know approximately what time you got to the trail the second time?
So the second time, I would have gotten to the trail about 1:45.
Okay. And what time do you think that you left, roughly, the trail after going on your walk around?
I believe it was about 2:15.
2:15, give or take? Give or take a few minutes?
Approximately.
Thank you. When you left, can you tell the jury, first of all, how many cars were in what we call the mirrors lot? You call the niches, I think.
I saw 1 vehicle in that lot.
How many cars were there when you left? Do you remember?
Just mine.
All right. And when you left, which route did you travel? Which route did you travel?
When I left the lot, I turned left onto 300 North.
Okay. And what buildings, if any, do you know that you pass if you're headed left on 300 North?
There's a business on the north side, and there's a house on the left side, kind of at the corner where you turn, and then there's the empty government building that was there near the trail parking lot, and then there's the entrance to the Anderson's grain facility.
Okay. Now, that government building, what was that known by back in those days in 2017?
I have no idea.
Did you ever hear it called the CPS lot?
Other people have called it that since then.
Okay. But you passed this, what other people would call the CPS lot?
Yes.
Okay. And when you passed that lot, what did you observe in terms of any vehicles?
I saw 1 vehicle in that lot.
Okay. And what, if anything, caused you to notice that vehicle in that lot?
The reason I remembered it is because it was not parked how other people park when they go to the trail to walk. It was parked near the empty building, and it was turned around so that the front was towards the county road and the back was towards the new highway.
Okay. Kind of like somebody had backed in for maybe a quick getaway. Or something, or just to get away a little bit so they don't have to back up?
It was backed in.
Backed in, okay. And what else, if anything, did you notice about that vehicle that stood out?
Just the overall shape of it, and it looked to me like it had sharp angles. It was a look like a 4-door sedan.
Okay. Did it remind you of any vehicles that you had seen in your time on this earth?
Yes. After I thought about it later, it reminded me of a car that my father had years ago that was a 1965 Ford Comet.
What color, if any, do you remember that car being?
I don't really remember the color, but I remember talking about what it wasn't, which it wasn't a bright color. I believe I said it wasn't red, it wasn't yellow, but I didn't really know what color it was.
Did you also say that it was not a black car?
I don't recall that.
Would it help refresh your recollection if I provided you a transcript of a prior statement from April of 2019?
Yes.
Thank you. May I approach, Judge?
You may.
I'm handing you a statement from April the 2nd, 2019, and I'd ask you to turn to page 7, at the bottom. I think it's line 25 particularly.
Which statement are you referring to, Mr. Baldwin?
April the 2nd, 2019. Tell me when you're done reviewing that, Betsy. Ready?
Okay.
Does that refresh your recollection as to whether or not you said that the car was black?
So in 2019, when I was speaking with the investigators, I said it was a nondescript color.
Judge, may I object? Proper use of the transcript would be to have her read it, see if it refreshed her recollection, then take it back. And he has not done so.
Correct.
Thank you. Does that refresh your recollection as to whether you said the color of the car was black or not?
In 2019 and, at that time, I said it could have been black.
You said, I'm sorry.
In 2019, I said it could have been black.
It could have been?
It could not have been black.
Oh, could not have been. Okay. Thank you. All right. Did that car look like a hatchback to you?
I did not see the back of the car. I saw the side of it, but it looked like a four-door sedan to me at the time.
Did you ever draw for law enforcement the profile of the vehicle that you saw?
I did.
Judge, may I approach?
You may.
I'm handing you Defendant's Exhibit LLL and ask you to look at that for a second. Tell me when you're done.
Mr. Baldwin, may I have a copy?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm done.
Does that document fairly and accurately depict what you drew for the police?
This is my drawing, yes.
As to and can you describe for the jury what it is?
It's a basic outline of the top of the car.
Move to admit Defendant's LLL.
Defendant's Exhibit LLL offered.
No objection.
All right. Without objection, LLL is admitted.
Defendant's Exhibit LLL admitted.
Move to publish.
You may.
Defendant's Exhibit LLL published.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I have no other questions.
Ms. Diener.
Thank you, Judge.
Cross-examination of Elizabeth Blair.
Ms. Blair, do you recall that you also spoke with police in 2017 on February 17th?
Yes, I did.
And I provided you with copies of all your statements.
Yeah.
Long before trial, is that correct?
Correct.
And so you've had those to look at?
Yes.
Do you remember, on February 17th of 2017, telling officers that you noticed the car because it was closer to the building, backed in slightly at an angle, you found it kind of odd that they would park there, and it was not a bright color, nondescript sedan, not new, not real shiny, nothing really stood out?
Yes. Yes.
And after some discovery, did I again contact you to tell you that another witness said they saw an older model vehicle pulled off the road between the corner, the sharp left-hand turn, and the CPS building? Do you recall that?
Yes.
And I told you it was an older model vehicle that might be similar to the one you described?
Judge, I'm objecting
Yes.
to this testimony. Is she a witness or is she an attorney on the case?
Judge, I shared with the witness conflicting testimony to ask her if it changed her recollection. That's the purpose of the question.
Overruled.
Well, Judge, do I have an opportunity to put the prosecutor on the stand to ask her what about that conversation?
Certainly.
May I continue, Judge?
Yes, you may.
Mrs. Blair, I asked you if it would change your recollection about the vehicle that you saw. Is that correct?
You did.
And did it have any impact on your memory of what happened on February 13 of 2017?
I feel certain that that's the shape of the car I saw at that time.
And you feel certain that it was at the CPS building?
I couldn't quite hear that.
It's okay. You feel certain that it was at the CPS building, correct?
It's absolutely at the building.
Okay. And how was your vision back in 2017? Did you have any corrective lenses or anything like that?
I wear contact lenses, and I have them on all the time.
Terrific. No other questions.
Mr. Baldwin.
No, thank you, Judge.
Does anybody on the jury have any questions for Miss Blair? Counsel, approach.
Sidebar conference conducted.
Is it possible the car parked in the CPS lot belonged to someone inside of the building working?
I think she'll describe it as abandoned, but yeah.
Okay.
Who knows?
Do you know if anyone checked to see if it belonged to an employee?
I'm fine with those.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sidebar conference concluded.
All right. Ms. Blair, is it possible the car parked in the CPS lot belonged to someone inside of the building working?
The building looked abandoned, and I believe it had been abandoned for some time.
Okay. Mr. Baldwin?
No questions, Judge.
No questions.
Do you know if anyone checked to see if it belonged to an employee?
I don't know if anyone did.
Mr. Baldwin?
No questions, Judge. Thank you.
Ms. Diener?
No questions.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Blair. You may step down. You may call your next witness.
Dr. Stuart Grassian.
Witness sworn.
May I?
You may.
Direct examination of Dr. Stuart Gratian.